Mel and Maddie for breakfast on Nova.
Day 2, Mel Tracina. They've kept us here. We must be doing something right, or they're not listening. I think that's the theory that I'm sticking with anyway.
And I think it's the latter.
Another podcast coming into your ears. It's Tuesday where we are at the moment. You could be listening to this at any time, but this is Tuesday, the 17th of December, which was what Appreciation Day? Was it Devices Appreciation Day?
It was Devices Appreciation Day, and 77 years since Harold Holt went missing, which is a big moment in Australian history that Maddie was alive for and witnessed firsthand. So what was it like? What was the vibe like when that happened?
Absolute stitch up. On the potty today, what are we going to get besides me just being torn to shreds by the fabulous Mel Tracina? What do we got, Mel?
Well, yeah, funny that you say I'm tearing you to shreds because you tore me to shreds. Yesterday, I found out that I'd been living a lie. I thought I'd been indulging in Zupa Dupas as a child, but then you crashed that childhood dream. Yeah. Telling me that I was having some home brand version of Zupa Duper.
Which then led us down the garden path of speaking to you, Australia, about your home brand trauma, and you just dumped it all on us, and we've got that coming your way as well.
I have so much home brand trauma. Can I just mention one more?
Yeah, please.
Is that
go.
it? Yeah?
Look,
okay.
The best thing to do, Mel, is just to get it off your chest, mate.
It's funny that you say get it off your chest for what I'm about to tell you. I didn't have the Disney version of The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
I had a home brand version of The Little Mermaid.
Oh.
She was blonde.
Okay, well, there's the first giveaway that it's not Ariel. Yeah.
And she didn't wear a bra.
What? No, clamshells over the busies?
No clamshells over the busies. Her hair was long enough that it covered her busies for the entire film. And I remember watching the whole movie to see if there'd be a nip slip. And it wasn't. And I never watched it again.
Oh, are you okay now? Do you feel like getting that out has processed your trauma?
Yeah, it has actually.
Okay, great.
I do feel better about it.
We also spoke about the old person antics that you have. Now, I'm still sticking by it. Wheel of Fortune's a great show. And you're going to hear me talking about why I think Wheel of Fortune is a great show. But then that just, led everyone to say that what I do is very much an old person thing.
So old.
And then
It's so Harold Holt era.
I think I was watching Wheel of Fortune when that news broke of Harold Holt. And they cut in. Yeah, they cut into it.
Yeah, they cut into the wheel spin.
And if if Wheel of Fortune isn't your thing, Love Island might be, Mel.
Oh, yes, absolutely. If you were like me and you were glued to the finale, I'm going to do a nice little Love Island recap with some of my favourite moments from inside the Spanish Villa.
We'll be live back on your radios on Nova tomorrow from 6 o'clock. Have a great day and enjoy the potty. Yesterday, where we were talking about Zupa Dupas.
My whole life I thought I was having Zupa Dupas, but now you've convinced me that I was having some no-name version of it, like Noopa Super or something.
Because you explained it to me. They would come in a big packet and there was a sheet of them and you'd have to cut them into individual strips to have your own individual ice block. That's not a Zupa Duper, mate.
No, that's not a Zupa Duper.
No, not at all. Right, so...
That blew my mind.
What we thought we would do today on the phones is 13 24 10, home brand trauma. From your childhood. Now, you weren't alone in this revelation that they weren't Zupa Dupas, were you, Mel?
No, I wasn't. Our beautiful newsreader, Ash Gardner, had the same realisation.
I was yesterday years old when I discovered that I had been stooged my entire childhood, listening to all the callers phone in with all the delicious flavours of Zupa Dupas. And I was like, I've never heard of this before. And then realised that I'd been having the cheap version the whole time.
Just like me.
Yeah. What was going on in our childhood? And the ones that I would get, you were probably the same, Mel, the cheaper ones, when after you'd cut them, the edges of the plastic would be quite sharp. So you'd end up with paper cuts on the edges of your mouth, like the Joker.
Zupa Duper battle scars.
Now, this then launched into everyone sharing their home brand trauma in the office after the show. And so we thought we might do a little bit of an all-in here. We've got Maddie. Maddie, do you want to tell us a little bit about your home brand trauma?
I was a big fan of Devon and tomato sauce sandwiches as a kid. And one day I went to my friend's house and their mum made me a Devon and tomato sauce sandwich, but it was the home brand version and it was called Worst Knob.
Hang on. Is Devon's a cold meat, right?
Yes.
Yeah, polony or Strauss or Fritz. I mean, it's got different names everywhere.
Yeah, and that was
Strauss.
the name of the home brand version.
Is that the first time and last time you had worst knob?
Correct.
Yeah. Leno's here as well. Hi, Leno.
Hey, I think it was year 10. Everyone was getting an iPod or an iPod Mini, and I wanted an iPod Mini, and I got an MP3 player, which I was told was far better, far superior, had more storage, but it would glitch out every like 3 days, and it would reset, and I'd lose all my songs, and I'd have to start over.
So every time that you had to tell everyone that you didn't have an iPod Mini, you had to back it up with, but I have more storage than you.
13, 24, 10, home brand trauma. Mel, share the one that you shared with us yesterday. Go on.
Okay, so when I really wanted a Razor scooter because everyone had Razor scooters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on Christmas Day, Santa delivered a home brand scooter. And the wheels weren't the gel ones like the Razors. They were like plastic. So when I would drive on my scooter, it would be like on the pavement, so much so that when I got off, I still felt like I was riding a scooter. And they're meant to fold because they're compact and they're cool, but mine kept folding as I was riding it. So instead of just returning it and getting me a proper Razor scooter, Dad decided to bolt it so I could never fold it. It never folded, and that was my home brand trauma. And to this day,
Yeah.
I feel trauma.
Well, I think the best thing to do with it is to get it off your chest. So it's your turn, Australia. 13,
Yep.
24, 10, home brand trauma. Share, lean in, and feel a hell of a lot better about yourself.
We're talking about home brand trauma because yesterday you made me realise that when I thought I was having Super Dupers as a child, I was in fact not having Super Duper, but some home brand version of it. So we've opened the phones on 13, 24, 10, a chance for you to trauma dump some of your home brand trauma on us.
Yeah. Can I share just quickly? Can I just share?
Yeah.
Because I just feel like I need to get this out.
Absolutely. This is a safe space, Matt. This is what we're here for.
Mine was all based around clothing, like what I wouldn't have given to have like a Billabong or a Rip Curl shirt, but instead I'm wearing Mango and Riptide. It was a real thing. And then all I wanted was a pair of Reebok pumps as well. And I don't know if you remember, they came back not that long ago, but the Reebok pumps were like the high tops, and it had a basketball on the tongue of the shoe that would pump up, and that was how you would tighten your shoe. And they were pretty exy, but I really want to. And then instead I got from Payless Shoes the Aero Sports that had a tennis ball on it, but did absolutely nothing when you pressed it. I feel so much
feel better?
I feel better. Thanks, Mel.
All right, let's give Desiree a chance to trauma dump. Good morning, Desiree.
Good morning.
Please tell us about your home brand trauma.
So when I was young and the Cabbage Patch Kids were all a hit, I really wanted one. Instead, I got a vegetable patch kid.
What do you mean?
There was another brand and it was called a vegetable patch kid.
Oh, shame. And so did you know at the time that it wasn't the right one?
Of course I did. It looks so different.
Does it still have like the backstory that the Cabbage Patch Kids came with? You know, because they had their name and the birthday and
and it even had a signature on its bum like normal Cabbage Patch Kids, but obviously a different signature.
The signature was Sheen. Oh, poor Desiree. Good morning, Georgia. What's your home brand trauma?
I am giving my kids home brand trauma.
Pass it down.
Sorry, I am.
That's
Look,
the best thing to
I
do as a
wanted
parent,
Reebok.
Georgia. That's what you do as parents. You pass down your trauma onto your kids. That's how
I
it works.
also wanted Reebok pumps, but I got Dunlop volleys, so I'm even worse than you in the 80s. But I don't give my kids Sultana brand. I give them Brown and Sultanas, and I don't give them wagon wheels. They get cartwheels, and they don't get paddle pops. They get splatter pop, and they don't get lift. They get jump, and they don't get twisties. They get cheesy twist. I'm terrible.
It's the evil laugh.
Oh, you know what we should do, Mel? We should give Georgia something, shouldn't we? Should we give Georgia something?
I think we should. Georgia, we're going to give you $100 to spend on Milk Run, where you can get groceries and alcohol delivered in minutes with Milk Run, but we'll only give it to you if you promise to only get the home brand items.
Yeah. I'll take the milk run and eat it in front of my kids and say, be quiet and have your stacked chips instead of your Pringles.
Georgia.
We need to talk about the Love Island finale, Love Island Australia. It was last night, and I don't want to give any spoilers, so if you haven't caught up yet, block your ears for a hot minute. The winners were Em and Mercedes. Sorry, I missed the drum roll.
No, that's
I
fine.
don't think it was worthy of a drum roll.
No, it wasn't.
Now, if you've never watched Love Island, it's basically hot young singles with hot people problems living in a Spanish villa in the hope to find a connection and maybe a podcast deal and win the 50K prize money. Now, we met Zayn, who kept telling girls he was interested in them when he wasn't. So Frenchman Steph gave Zayn some hard truths, sharing what he has learnt about women.
Because you hurt people, bro.
Yeah, no, I realize
Like, I swear to God, women have feelings.
I know.
I swear to God.
Women have feelings. I don't know if you knew that, guys. And it's just women.
Wow. Oh, God, that's where I've been going wrong. Women have feelings.
Take note.
Okay.
The biggest controversy was when Hannah was evicted from the villa only to return the next day like a real-life Houdini. She got back together with Taylor, and Mimi was not having a bar of Hannah's fakeness.
It was giving, like, reading off a piece of paper.
Right.
Which then makes it seem ingenuine, right?
Right.
Right? Ingenuine? Right? Is that right? Is that what we're locking in, Mimi?
Something with Hannah is just off for me.
Yep.
Is it ingenuine?
No, it's disingenuous. I'm glad you asked. Thank you. But it's okay. The Islanders do know big words. Oh, kind of.
You can't take the masculinity out of them. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. Uh-huh. Is masculinity not a word? No.
Nah, not a word.
This is amazing.
Then, hang on, I lost my spot. Okay, but the villa, the Love Island experience, it's a great place for the singles to grow, to learn about themselves and the world around them. Like Kayla, who was partnered with Eric, who's from Argentina.
So, he's from Argentina or Argentina?
Argentina.
Argentina. Are they two separate countries?
I think Argentinian's like a cuisine, like Argentinian.
Argentinian
Argentina
people
is a country.
Argentina is the place. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Argentina is the place. Argentinian is the cuisine. Very good, girls. So, where on the world map is Argentina?
It's in South America because he said that. So it's in South America, but I'm confused. Isn't Brazil South America?
This is amazing. This is television.
This is geography. I think they need to phone a friend or two. Let's find out if they can figure out where Argentina is.
Argentina, like who knows? Where even is that? Europe.
I thought it was Middle Eastern.
Or near Spain. I don't know.
All right, let's scale it back, ladies. What language do they speak in Argentina?
But he speaks Spanish.
Yes, they speak Spanish there.
Oh.
And they speak Spanish in not just Spain, like they speak Spanish in like other parts. Brazil. What language do they speak in Brazil? Brazilian? It's a language. Kayla, you're making us look really dumb.
Wait, I don't know.
Okay, I need to do some Googling.
Colombian.
Yes.
Wait, is that right?
Yeah, I think
It
you're
is,
right.
isn't it?
But isn't that from Colombia?
Oh, that is amazing.
And that is my Love Island experience.
But you know what? Pronouncing country names can be difficult at the best of times, especially on telly. And, you know, they didn't know when the cameras are rolling all the time, as opposed to... I found this little clip from the Cheap Seats featuring our very own Mel Tresina. And let's hear how you have a go at a certain country. Let's have a listen.
On the Amazing Race have arrived in Namibia, where they saw some...
where?
Namibia.
This is why you're not invited to our dinner.
Mansplaining.
Oh, thanks, Maddie.
The good people of Namibia.
No, let's listen to more.
They're no Slovenia, but I just think we should get their name right.
Contestants on the Amazing Race have arrived in... Oh, man. Africa.
Where was it, Mel? Where was that country again?
You know, Namibia, Argentina, same.
Same. But we are talking to you right now on 13-24-10. We're talking old people traits because I got slammed in the office yesterday for admitting that I'm a little partial to watching Wheel of Fortune when I've got some downtime.
As he said, it's Wordle for the TV.
Guys, it's just like Wordle, but on the television, and they have more than one puzzle a day. It's fantastic. You know what I always realise I do as well? I make a lot of noises now when I stand up off the couch.
Oh, yeah.
So, what?
Yeah, you got to let everyone know that you're rising.
Why am I... Oh... Why has that all of a sudden started to happen? And I've turned into my old man because if someone turns around in our driveway, I'm up looking out the blinds. Who's turning around in the driveway? What are they doing here? So we thought we'd ask you on 13-24-10, what is your old person trait?
Oh, good morning, Kerry.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Really good.
Very well. Please share. It's a safe space. What is your old person trait?
Just a massive fan of Nana naps.
Kerry? Kerry. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I base my day on whether or not I can have a nap. And if I can't, it's too overwhelming for me.
Same.
Can I ask a question? Sorry, Mel. I want to ask a question, Kerry. Do you set yourself a time limit on your nap, or do you just nap for as long as you want?
I mean, it depends on what's on for the rest of the day.
That's a nana.
Don't like to put timers on it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I love that. I'm exactly the same. I think it's called a nana nap because when you've lived enough years, you know what works. So you can't argue with it,
No,
you know?
it's true. Joey, hello. What's your old person trait?
Hey guys, my old person trait is whenever I'm out, I always get a handkerchief to do that really loud, obnoxious sneeze.
Okay.
Hang on, so not like a pocket square, like a proper in your pocket hanky.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Now, Joey, do you use it to blow your nose?
I do, because my nose is always leaking, and I always got to do that really loud type of sneeze.
And then you just carry that around with you in your pocket.
Yeah, sneeze, have to stay back in my pocket, carry on about.
Okay.
Joey, how old are you?
Yeah.
I'm only 24.
Wow.
Interesting.
Look, Joey, we said it's a safe place. So,
You're right.
yeah,
you're right. No judgment.
whatsoever.
I might try it. I
Yeah.
might give it a crack, Joey. Deb?
13-24-10. Hi, Deb.
What's your old person trait?
Hi guys. I reckon I'm a reincarnated old 80-year-old woman. So I cannot have anything sweet without a cup of tea to wash it down. Guaranteed. It's got to be there. If I'm having something sweet, that tea has to be sitting right next to it.
I would say that's pretty old. What do you reckon, Matt?
Yeah, I'm okay. What sort of tea are we talking, Deb? Do you have to, is it always an English breakfast or an Earl Grey or what are we talking?
English breakfast, no milk, no sugar, just straight tea.
Ooh, that's bitter.
Yeah, that is definitely up there. We go one more. Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Is it you or is it your husband that has an old person trait?
My husband. So every night after a shower, he puts powder with a powder puff all over his body to go to sleep. He cannot sleep without that. Yeah, with a powder puff like those. You know the ones that old people use?
Yes, Vanessa, you unlocked my childhood of my grandparents doing that. I just had this flashback to their house.
Yes. He cannot go to sleep. Like even in the middle of the night, if he's sweating, he wakes up and he does it to go back to sleep.
Oh, it's like a little comforter. Just a little tap with the powder puff and off to sleep he goes.